In his 1972 book, The Social Animal, Elliot Aronson puts forward Aronson's first law: people who do crazy things are not necessarily crazy. By crazy things, he meant acts of violence, cruelty, or deep prejudice, acts so extreme that they seem to reflect a psychological imbalance on the part of the perpetrator. Aronson, however, argues that although psychotic people certainly exist, even people who are generally psychologically healthy can be driven to such extremes of human behavior that they appear insane. It is therefore important that before diagnosing people as psychotic, social psychologists make every effort to understand the situations people have been facing and the pressures that were operating on them when the abnormal behavior took place. Some situational variables can move a great proportion of us normal adults to behave in very unappetizing ways, says Elliot Aronson. To illustrate this point, he cites an incident that took place at Kent State University, Ohio in 1970, in which members of Ohio National Guard shot and killed 4 unarmed students, wounding 9 others. Some of these students had been protesting against the American invasion of Cambodia, but others were simply crossing the campus. The reason for the shootings remains ambiguous, but the fact that it was tragically unnecessary is clear. However, in the aftermath, one Ohio school teacher as well as National Guard members asserted that the students had deserved to die. And the rumors spread quickly that the slain girls were either pregnant, had syphilis, or were filthy. Aronson argued that these rumors, though false, did not reflect the beliefs of psychotic mind, but rather the attempt of pressured and conflicted minds to find relief. The conflict felt by these people is called cognitive dissonance, an unpleasant feeling experienced when 2 or more of one's beliefs are inconsistent. The theory of cognitive dissonance was first given in 1956 by social psychologist Leon Festinger, that having inconsistent beliefs causes uncomfortable psychological tension. In order to reduce this dissonance, people change their attitudes, beliefs, and actions, even if this involves cruelty against others. This, Aronson claims, is what happened after Kent massacre. The townspeople wanted to believe in their National Guard's goodness, and this meant believing their victims deserved to die. The idea that the slain had been wanton and dirty comforted the people, relieving the emotional conflict of believing that innocent students were needlessly killed. Aronson claims that anyone could behave this way in similar circumstances. By understanding the reasons why people justify or deny the use of cruelty, we may be better placed to mediate or prevent it in wider social contexts, such as war or social prejudice. In some situations, sane people do crazy things. If we are unaware of the social circumstances that promoted their actions, we are tempted to conclude that they are caused by a deficiency in character or insanity. We must remember that people who do crazy things are not necessarily crazy.